Greetings fellow captains, welcome back. Ross Grease Gaming back with another video, and today I have Spy again. This time in rank battles on his tier 8 American battleship, North Carolina. Let me turn our headset down here. Raz, what's so special about the North Carolina here? Well, for tier 8 North Carolina, it's definitely one of my favorite little battleships. Very good ship. Horizontal dispersion is pretty dang a little wide, but its vertical dispersion is, well, where's the vertical dispersion? It has very good arms, very good armor, front end, and has very good speed. This was the new line of American battleships that were starting to be built during World War II, and Spy has chosen this ship. Now, it was one of my recommendations for a battleship, but then again, I voted that any battleship could be picked for ranked season, and this is definitely one of those. Now, we're on the map Sea of Fortune. Now, this map has definitely been previously from Clan season, but is definitely a solid ship nonetheless. Now, the lineup's actually quite very standard. You have we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 battleships and 1 cruiser. This is completely different than the standard ranked season battles. You only have 6 versus 6 battleships and 1 cruiser. This is very unique for that case. So Spy kind of slow off to the gun, but got back onto it and is now proceeding to follow the rest of the teammates in towards the 8 cap. That's what their plan is, and he's making his way there. Now, what else can we talk about while this is happening? What else is good about Carolina? Well, it has very good anti-air defense. If you look at the front there, you can see a whole bunch, looks like a steel plating with some little items there. Those are all Olorcan 20mm cannons. Very good guns. And Spy fires off his first salvo, and look at those shells. Should be landing any minute. And yep, 4 of them penetrated the target. Goes to show how powerful these 16-inch guns are. However, unfortunately, there is a person on their team that basically went and had a miraculous shits to the brain and went broadside to all these battleships and got nearly one-shotted by every ship. Now, hopefully he learns his lesson and angles his armor the next salvo, because if he doesn't, he's going to be sitting and not having a very good match. He's probably going to be having to take the long way of shame back to base, so to speak.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Now, the enemy team also has decided to do the same thing they are, which is go towards the AB cap. Unfortunately, the Bismarck has decided to go right down the middle, which is kind of a bold move on his part. The problem with doing that on Sea of Fortune is, if you see, there's a long channel in between the two to get to the B cap. That means both sides, both parties, have an equal, easy chance of hitting the target and getting in that position. And Spy hits that one ship a little high on the shot and incapacitates something, but does do 2,000 damage with a few penetration shots. Just a little shy above the target. However, if you notice, look at the Bismarck. He is pushing up. Now, I don't know what his bright mind was doing so, but now he's going to take the full punishment of 16-inch caliber guns. Spy holds his fire until the right position and penetrates and gets 11,000 damage to the broadside of this ship. Now he's going to keep his... And that's the reason why I love this ship. If it's 15 inches or 16 inches, the rounds will bounce off the front end of this ship, which makes it very compelling for going in frontal attacks. The only drawback with this ship, of course, is its broadsides. If you bring the sides out of this ship, you will get a full cannon punishment of the enemy. But if you angle the armor and just keep using the nose front, you can see that after that whole time, he's only has taken a very small scratch of damage. Not much. Meanwhile, that other ship in question, that poor Bismarck, did run out and got himself killed. And of course, it looks like this Bismarck has decided to do the same thing and has decided to push out. Now, the Carolina also on his team decided to push up too, which was kind of a poor move, but he wanted to make sure that ship was killed. But he didn't finish him off. Spy fires the last salvo and, yep, of course, finishes off that ship. That's his first kill. So now they need to focus on the next ship. Now, what can it be? Well, we can go for the turrets on the flank. Or B, we can keep pushing the center and trying to push back on the cap. Now, Spy sees that one ship, the turret, slowing down in the cap. So they need to reset it or it's going to gain points for enemy team. So, Spy pops a shot. Yep, massive damage and 3 defending points to him. That's 9 defense so far in this match. So, all the cap points that he had has just been removed and has been resetted. So, he's not capturing anything yet. Meanwhile, the cruiser is begging for help on their team. He's more than happy to watch, but he's going to make sure he doesn't get himself killed. Don't go out in the open in front of all these other ships. And Spy aims a shot at the Carolina, but it hits the nose of the ship. So it bounces right off the nose. Like I said, anything 16 inch wise will bounce off the target. However, if you aim at the top deck, it's a different story. Now that ship's backing up, so Spy is giving it a little bit of lead. And there goes the salvo. Now he should get 1 penetration at least, or an over penetrate. And he aims a little bit further and hits the back of the ship, which causes it to over-penetrate into the back of the ship. But it is damaged. You can see here goes another salvo to the Carolina. And he got hit pretty hard. But he is healing and he's able to get some of the health back. Now there's 2 of them capping. Now because there's 2 ships capping, they have to hit one and the other to reset the cap. But they're not, so he's getting full capture points on his side, not the other way around, which is causing them to get the full capture points on this position. If they resetted Spy, they wouldn't be in this position, where now only a few more seconds and somebody had hit him, which caused a full reset of points that he has earned. So that's going to take some time for that to get reset. And Spy hits the Amagi and does massive damage to the side of that ship. So he's now left with quite a bit of damage. Now the only drawback now is while they're trying to cap is the Carolina decided to push up and is now in the cap. But doing so means no matter what, the 1 cap in the back cannot be resetted. And Spy is focused enough on the Amagi and has finished it off. And during this whole time, you can see he's bouncing off rounds from all these ships. Like, strong American armor, comrade. I guess I'm still living him now. Oh, and this... Yep, that I was expecting that. Carolina goes broadside of Spy and takes 3 citadels underneath the bow and has left him now devastating strike on the ship. And now another sad battleship is now going back to the drawing board, back into port, and is going to contemplate his next decision and his existence in life as a battleship player. That enemy torpedoes is now coming from that cap position at sea and is making his way towards Spy. Now Spy is not going to push up towards them because remember, Turpitz has torpedoes. That can be a problem. That doesn't mean he's getting out of this scot-free. He's taking a little bit of a licking here from the secondaries and from the previous salvos that he's fired at him. Now, either A, Spy could have went around the island and tried to flank the turrets. But he's decided, because if he did that, he would go broadside of Carolina, and he could change his gun position to the other side. He's decided to angle towards the turrets. You can see his armor is positioned where it's angled, so you can't give him a full broadside. But that doesn't mean the turrets is going to go broadside to him, and he just hit him right in the broadside flat plate steel, and that left him with 8,000 health. Another 2 guns from the front, and he finishes off the turrets with another kill.
Torpedoes, astern.
Now he's left at 4 kills. Unfortunately, the turrets is not ending it now. Here comes the enemy torpedoes, and 2 have hit the ship. But no problem. Here comes a heal and a repair. Now the duel with the Bismarck and the Carolina are still going off. Now, if the Bismarck aims properly and blasts forward, he can kill the Carolina. But plot twist, he's not letting that happen. He's backing up and he's angling his armor. In theory, it works well, but the problem is Carolina is a little faster, I believe. So doing so, it's not pretty good. But here comes Spy, here comes his salvo, and he's flat broadside to frickin' Spy. Yep, devastating strike, Kraken unleashed. And like that, he has finished the enemy ship. Holy Toledo, Spy! Stop being an evil little, dirty little battleship killer, slayer there. Devastating strike, high caliber, and Kraken unleash. Surprisingly, no Confederate on this match, but that's because he did do enough damage to multiple ships in the game. I don't think you can get a Confederate ranked, but I think you can. Bear with it, I haven't done it myself. 63 hits, 1 capacitation, 5 kills, 4 citadels, 15 defends, and 28 secondary hits. That is quite the accomplishment. And definitely one hard carry in certain aspects. Just hold my beer, folks. I got this. Thank you so much for submitting that in, Spy. As always, I really appreciate some of the content you do give us in the channel. If you guys have your own, submit it down below at the email link in the description. If you guys want to as well, you can follow me on Twitter or see me live streaming on Twitch, as I am myself am currently still working on getting my rank 1 for the 2nd time in a row for this year, for Season 8. If I don't get it, oh well. I'm still having to take a punishment where I'll be live streaming the incomplete beating getting over by Bennett Foddy, which I am not very happy about, but a deal is a deal, and I have to beat it now. Hope you guys enjoyed the content in here. As always, take care of yourselves and see you in the high seas.